Hi, I'm Terry Amick. Today we're going to run you through the pre-trip inspection and operational features of the Qwik tip. All right, now we're going to do a pre-trip inspection of your Qwik tip. You always do a pre-trip on your truck and your packer body. Now you want to do a pre-trip on your the Qwik tip. What you want to visually look for, make sure you don't have any cracked welds where the Qwik tip is welded to the hopper sidewalls right here. You also want to take and look on the inside here. We've got welds on the inside where the Qwik tip is welded to the hopper sidewalls and then also welded to the hopper bottom. So check to make sure you don't have any cracked welds there. Check the right side. You got welds back there. Also check the right side outer plate where it's welded to the hopper sidewalls. Make sure you don't have any cracked welds there. You've got a bottom plate underneath. Your cylinders are attached to a plate that's welded to the underside of your hopper. You want to do a physical look down there, make sure that you don't have any cracked welds anywhere. Very important you do this physical look on the Qwik tip unit. Always look at your locking hooks. Make sure that they're not coming loose. You don't have any cracked paint where something is moved. Also, you want to make sure there's about 3/8 of an inch between that center shaft and the hook itself. Check both hooks physically that they're not worn, that nothing is coming loose. After you've done a physical inspection of your unit, you also want to make sure that there's no hydraulic leaking anyway from either your cylinders. You've got a valve under here. Make sure there's no oil coming out from underneath the light boxes. Once you've done your physical look, now we're going to start the truck up and do an operational check of the unit. Okay, now we're going to check after you have done your visual inspection in the unit. You want to visually check to make sure all your decals are legible and in place. On the bang bar, there's actually 4 caution stand clear when operating decals. You want to make sure those are all legible. They're on the side plate, the caution plates on the inside and outside of the side plates. On this actuator cover over here and on the other side, we also have a warning decal. This is to make sure that you are aware that you need to have these rotating hooks all the way down in the park position. If you back up and hit a solid object, you can damage the locking hooks. Again, stand clear when operating decals, both sides, upper and lower of your inside plates. You have also caution stand clear operating decals on this side over here, and they're up on the bang bar. Again, another hook warning to make sure that those hooks are in the down stowed position. Over here, very important, we have the operating instructions and urgent warning. Make sure that these decals are legible at all times. Operators, you need to read and follow these operating instructions. These operating instructions are also in our manual, but make sure you read and understand the operating instructions and urgent warning. And anytime that decals are not legible, you can contact Qwik Tip and we will send out free replacements. Okay, after you've done your visual inspection, checked all your decals, we've started the truck, we're going to do an operational check your Qwik Tip. Your Qwik Tip control handle, you're going to pull the handle fully. We're going to check the up cycle. Make sure the hooks roll up to the 12 o'clock position. Once they reach the 12 o'clock position, your tip bar is going to come out. 12 o'clock position, tip bar starts to come up. Okay, your up cycle is working properly. Your down cycle, the tip bar is going to go down to about approximately a 9 o'clock position, and then your hooks will start to unlock. Push your handle fully. Always make sure you hold your handle completely till the hooks get down to the home park position. The hooks will automatically synchronize on both the up cycle and the down cycle on both times that you run it. Again, we're going to show you this again. The up cycle, the hooks will come up to approximately the 12 o'clock position, and then the tip bar will start to come out. Hooks are at 12 o'clock, tip bar is starting to come out. Now your up cycle is timed properly. Okay, the down cycle, your tip bar will come down to about a 9 o'clock position, and then your hooks will start to unlock. Approximately 9 o'clock on your tip bar, and the hooks have started to unlock. Okay, your down cycle is timed out properly. You also want to check your pushback button here. Hold and push your black button. Pull your quick tip control handle. Tip bar comes out. The hooks do not move. This is your pushback feature. Your quick tip is operating properly. We also have a cart tipper mounted in the center of the quick tip here. You have a cart tipper control handle. On different units, they're mounted different locations. This particular one is right here. Pull your control handle for your cart tipper up operation. Cart tipper goes up. Push your control handle and cart tipper goes down. You're going to use the cart tipper for the 96 gallon, 64 and 35 gallon carts. You also have a bang bar, hydraulically adjusted. On this particular unit, it's operated by a toggle switch. You want to make sure that it extends and retracts fully and is operating. Other body manufacturers might have a control handle to operate the bang bar, so operate that, make sure it functions properly. Now we've gone through the bang bar, your quick tip timing, operation, everything's functioning properly, your cart tipper is working, you're ready to go the route. Okay, now we're going to dump a 2-yard container on the off the left side of the truck. Quick Tip's locking hooks make it real easy for the 2-yarders. Don't have to do a lot of steering. You want to run your trunnion bar right across the end of the plate to get it nice and close. Stop your trunnion bar on the right side back into the side plate over here. Again, make sure that your trunnion bar is not bent or broken. You got a good sturdy can, no overhead interferences. Your bang bar, you're going to set that as a container stop, get it down here so the can doesn't go fall all the way into the hopper. Grab your quick tip control handle. Once your hooks get up to the 12 o'clock position, check to make sure that your trunnion bar is grabbed for both sides and that the trunnion is in the lock pocket. Now it's okay to continue picking the container up. Get all the way up into the dump position. Cycle your packing blade. You're going to want to pull your container back a little bit. Depending on your body manufacturer, make sure that the packing blade doesn't impact your container. Cycle the refuse out of the can. Push your control handle. Set the can back on the ground. Hold your control handle until the hooks get back to the stored position all the way down. With our container pushback feature, hold the button, pull your quick tip control handle out. What it's going to do is pop your container back out away from the truck so you don't have to steer it out. You can push it right straight across and park the can back where you got it. When you do a lot of 2-yard containers every day long, being able to push that can back without bringing it out and steering it, being able to push it straight across, saves you a little bit of time, saves you a little bit of energy. Okay, now we're going to dump that same 2-yard can from the right side of the truck. Need to do a little more steering from this side of the truck. Get where that can's going to bang the trunnion bar into the left side of the plate. Push it forward a little bit. Again, make sure that your trunnion bar is not bent, broken. You got a good sturdy can here. Both the trunnion bars on both sides are within grasping range of the locking hooks. Your bang bar is set to the rear a little bit to act as a stop for your 2-yard can. You're going to grab your quick tip control handle and pull for the upcycle. Once locking hooks get to that 12 o'clock position, you're just going to make sure that they've grabbed the trunnion bar on both sides. Now it's okay to go ahead and continue picking the can up. Watch it all the way through the dump cycle. Once it's in the dump position, your refuse is going to fall out. Start packing blade. You're going to bring your can back down a little bit just to make sure that, depending on the body manufacturer, that the blade is not going to hit the container. Finish your cycle. Dump your can. Push your control handle for the down cycle. Set the can back onto the ground. Continue holding your down cycle until the hooks get all the way down to the stored rested position. You've dumped your 2-yarder. All right, I've backed my rear loader up to a 6-yard container. First thing you want to do is you want to make sure that your locking hooks are in grasping range of the trunnion bar here. That's the first thing you want to do. You're going to prepare your lids on the container. Also make sure that the refuse is not up above the side rail height of your container. Check your can. Make sure it's in good shape. Check your trunnion bar. You don't want to be picking up a container that has bent or a broken trunnion bar. Make sure you're on solid ground. You want to make sure that the truck and the container is on level ground. Okay. Also check to make sure that you have overhead clearance. You don't want any electrical wires, anything that's the container is going to impact when you raise the container up. All right. We've got a bang bar, adjustable bang bar on the Qwik tip here. On the McNeilus units, most of them are all outfitted with a toggle switch here that operates the bang bar rear and forward. Other units will have a control handle that operates the bang bar. When you're picking up a 6-yard container, you're going to want the bang bar all the way in the forward position. Give plenty of room for the can to go fully into the dump position. Our Qwik tip control handle is a push-pull feature. Pull is for the up cycle, push is for the down cycle. After you've checked your can, make sure everything is okay, your hooks are in grasping range. You're going to pull your Qwik tip handle until the hooks get to 12 o'clock position. You can see that hook over there in the trunnion bar. Make sure it's within the lock pocket. Stick your head around here. Make sure that this right hook has grabbed the trunnion bar and it's in the lock pocket. Only now is it okay to pick up your container. When you go to pick up your container, you can use your throttle advance to speed the engine up, or you can set the packing cycle. When you set the packing cycle and you pull the Qwik tip handle, your packing blade is going to pause or stop. Right now I'm going to use the throttle advance, pull the Qwik tip handle, at any point you get a whole bunch of garbage flowing into the hopper. You can start your pack cycle. If you notice the packing blade stops, get it all the way into the dump position. Cycle your packing blade, clear all the refuse from the hopper and out of the can. Once your container is empty, push your Qwik tip control handle down, use your throttle advance, set the can onto the ground. Hold your Qwik tip handle until your hooks go all the way to the stored position. That's all the way down. We have a pushback feature on the Qwik tip. There's a little black button on the side of this actuator cover right here. That's for pushing the container back. When you activate this push button and pull the Qwik tip control handle, the hooks won't move. Just the tip bars for pushing the can back to the original position, back into a corral. Push the button, pull your control handle, pushes the can back. Once you've pushed the can back, you want to run your hooks and the tip bar back down to the fully stored position. Now you're good to move on to the next can. All right, now we're going to demonstrate picking up a larger container, 8-yard, 10-yard containers, using the winch. You might have a 6-yard compactor too where you need to use the winch. Remove your winch cable from the loop. Secure it at the back. Make sure your cable has a safety hook on there. You want to make sure that your trunnion bar is within grasping range of the hooks, both sides, left side and right side. Set your container lids. Make sure the refuse is not above. I got the backwards. Make sure your refuse is not above the lids. Again, make sure that your trunnion bar is not bent or broken. It's a solid built container. Make sure you don't have any overhead obstructions, electrical wires that your can's going to run into. First thing you want to do is you want to roll your hooks up to a 12 o'clock position, pull your quick tip control handle, check your left side trunnion bar, make sure the hook has grasped it, it's in the lock pocket. Take a look at the trunnion bar on the right side here. Make sure that the trunnion bar is in the lock pocket, the hook has captured it. Now it is okay to start picking up with the winch. Once you get your container up a little ways, go ahead and finish locking the locking hooks onto the trunnion bar. Make sure that can's not going to go anywhere. Now you can finish picking up the can. Cycle your packing blade and get all the refuse out of that. Once you're ready to set the container down, bring it down to where it's just about to touch the tip bar. Now you can start unlocking the hooks. Roll them up to the 12 o'clock position. That gives you room. The tip bar is down out of the way. You can go ahead and finish lowering the container. Once the container is all the way on the ground, now you can finish unlocking the trunnion bar. Roll the hooks all the way down into the stored position. If you need to push the can back into a corral or something, you can use the pushback feature. Push that back. Make sure you run your tip bar back down. Leave enough cable. Unhook your cable from the container and store it back on the storage loop.